Good afternoon. You're all very welcome. I'm very glad to see that we have yet another full theatre. I have great pleasure inviting you all along to this very important update on the DGP. For those of you who were there for the Chief of the Air Staff's keynote this morning, you would have heard him conclude his speech with an enormous plug about the Defence Growth Partnership and the importance of it. And that wasn't just words, it was about the future and the vision that he sees. So this update that we're going to have this afternoon and some of the other elements of this afternoon are absolutely vitally important. What we're going to do this afternoon, which will take, I'm assured, 30 minutes and no more, because the Minister has to be away for other important business, is we will run through a short video. I'll then ask Steve Wadey of Qinetiq to talk about progress that we've made since last summer with the DGP, and to talk about the custom-ready document that's been promulgated. Mr. Philip Dunne, Minister of State for Defence Procurement, will then talk about innovation in defence and make some remarks. And Steve Brittan, who some of you may not know, but actually is going to become very well known to all of you, I suspect, who's the Chief Executive Officer of the UK Defence Solutions Centre, is going to talk about the DSC, and importantly, he's going to name the winners of the first DGP Innovation Challenge. Steve Wadey will then say some remarks in conclusion, and because of the pressures of time, I'm afraid we're not going to have an opportunity for Q&A this afternoon. There will be photographs of the winners of the DGP at the conclusion, so please could you just respect that when we finish here this afternoon. So thank you very much, and without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Steve Wadey for his opening. I'm sorry, I got the running order incorrect. We'll go straight into the video, and then Steve will come to the microphone. Over to the video.
The DGP was established to secure a thriving defence sector for the UK in terms of security, prosperity and growth. The core objectives of the Defence Growth Partnership are to increase the UK's global market share through increasing our collaboration, our innovation and the overall competitiveness of the whole value chain. Since the launch of the DGP, the two primary achievements are strengthening the UK TI Defence and Security Organisation through supplementing with industrial skills and ensuring that we focus on the short, medium and long-term needs of our customers around the globe. We've also established a new UK Defence Solutions Centre, making sure that we meet those customer needs through collaboration and innovation across the industry.
The Defence Solutions Centre is the UK's national planning and development organisation for its defence industry. We're here to support export growth and to meet customers' needs globally. For the first time, the UK is offering international customers a single, impartial organisation that they can go to articulate their needs, and we can then help find the best solutions to meet their requirements. We're an open organisation and we welcome engagement with customers to share their needs with us. We're ready to engage with you. Please get in touch.
UK Defence has been at the forefront of innovation in defence equipment around the world over the last 100 years. It was the UK that invented the tank, we invented the jump jet, we invented the radar. And it's really building on that heritage that we see the Defence Solutions Centre as providing the innovation of tomorrow to meet the threats that we all face today. This is the first time that the defence industry within a country has come together to provide solutions, the optimal solution to a customer need, whether it's the MOD or international partners.
I like the way that it brings all the different people that are working in the sector, from the very big companies to the small companies, effectively, if you like, to offer a solution to a customer, whoever that might be, based on our brilliant defence industry sector. So I think this is a really good idea, which we certainly in government, we absolutely support.
So Minister, DGP partners, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to speak to you this afternoon about the Defence Growth Partnership and the launch of our new document, Customer Ready, at the beginning of this week. Now, since the last major announcement of the DGP at the Farnborough International Air Show July last year, we have had unprecedented support across both government and industry working together to deliver the DGP implementation plan. In the next few minutes, I'd like to focus on the framework that we have created within the DGP and how this is going to deliver a new way of doing business, and explain how we also intend to engage with customers around the globe and the UK value chain going forward. The UK recognises that customers around the globe are seeking innovative and tailored solutions with the provision of technology transfer, inward investment and industrial partnership. The UK defence sector has responded to this trend with a dynamic and unique partnership approach focused on meeting those customer needs. The DGP between government and industry has now put in place the key building blocks to meet these challenges that are faced by customers today, including investment in future skills to position the UK as the preferred partner for international defence collaboration and innovation. With competition intensifying in the export markets, the DGP was formed to secure a competitive, sustainable and globally successful UK defence sector, delivered through investment in skills, innovation and ready access to the highly innovative UK value chain. To achieve these goals, the DGP is putting in place new ways of engaging with customers around the globe. The initial £30 million of investment from government and industry has built momentum, and now with some new additional projects being launched, investment has already grown to over £50 million. The DGP is delivering against its plan to strengthen the UKTI Defence and Security Organisation, and it has also established a new UK Defence Solutions Centre, jointly opened by Minister Dunne and the Minister for Business earlier this year. And this is already working, as we're going to hear from Steve, with customers and industry to support the development of new capabilities. The government's UKTI DSO organisation continues to provide the initial route for international partners and potential customers to engage with the UK defence sector. It already supports the UK industry with advice and introductions to customers. Through the DGP, the UKTI DSO has been strengthened with new resources and capabilities to improve the understanding of our customer needs, not just now, but also in the longer term. The UK Defence Solutions Centre is a new organisation operating in the pre-competitive collaborative space, designed to identify innovative and world-beating products and services that meet the needs of customers, including the UK MOD. To do this, it will develop strategic, game-changing route maps. And these route maps will be used to guide future investment and decisions that will be resourced jointly by government and industry. The UK is independent of any individual company's commercial interests, and it has key characteristics that therefore make it unique. The strengthened UKTI DSO and the UK DSE will make it easier for international partners and customers to connect with the UK value chain, including industry, academia and government. And by effectively harnessing the UK value chain, we'll deliver competitive advantage to the global market. Within the UK value chain, the DGP is also tackling known skills shortages across engineering, which is critical in supporting the sector, with a highly skilled, flexible workforce capable of delivering those innovative and tailored solutions. Through the newly announced UK Defence Apprenticeship Trailblazer, we are investing in advanced systems engineering skills as the first of these activities, and the rollout of that programme with the first students will commence in early 2016. Through UKTI DSO, working in partnership with the newly established UK Defence Solutions Centre, customers around the world can now seek innovative and tailored solutions, drawing upon the best of British across the UK value chain. Cooperation is the key to our success. Cooperation with customers, cooperation with the UK value chain, and continued cooperation across government and industry. Bringing together government and industry in this way and working collaboratively with our customers to provide tailored and innovative solutions, whether it be a particular set of products, services, or indeed end-to-end solutions, this marks a step change in the way that we tackle our defence business going forward. The DGP has created and put in place the framework to deliver this new way of business, and now we invite customers and the value chain to engage in delivering the results. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Philip Dunne, Minister for Defence Procurement. Sir.
Thank you, Simon, and thank you very much, Steve, for all the work that you've done chairing the DGP. And it's great to see so many chief executives from the main supporting primes here joining us today. So thank you all for the work and commitment that you've given to this effort. I'm really here primarily to do two things: to reinforce at DSEI the significance that the government places on the Defence Growth Partnership in helping to meet our objectives for the defence industry in this country, to sustain and improve our capacity, or the capacity of you all, to generate leading edge defence capability, not just for our armed forces, but to help you to export it to our allies and partners abroad. The DGP is the vehicle which we identified under the last Parliament as the best way to do this, to put the UK, as Steve was saying, we believe, in a unique position amongst major defence contracting nations around the world. We believe that our defence industry is the best in Europe. We think it's therefore one of the best in the world, and we want to see it keep that way. The best way to ensure that is to make sure that you have the ability, the enthusiasm and the support of the government, across government and the Ministry of Defence, to develop the technologies that will enable us to meet the threats of today and tomorrow. Now, we're right in the middle of the SDSR process at the moment, and I'm not going to spoil your appetite by telling you what's in it, but I will tell you that there is an important strand of work around the role that defence can play in ensuring that we have a strong economy in this country, because only through a strong economy can we afford the strong defence that this country needs. So there will be an element of emphasis on the work that's being undertaken by the Defence Growth Partnership, both in stimulating innovation in this country and in the role that is played by defence in the economy. So with that little taster of what is to come in the SDSR, I'd like to now focus on the main event of this gathering today, which is to announce the winners of the DGP Innovation Challenge. We managed to put together the opportunity for the Defence Solutions Centre to have something to do once Steve was appointed this spring, and we set him a pretty tough challenge, which was to set up a competition and to announce the winners within about, was it 8 weeks? It was a tough order, but I'm absolutely delighted that he's risen to the challenge, and after me we'll be announcing, I think, the 23 proposals that have been accepted for funding out of the over 100 applications that were made, and I'm told that at least 10 of those who are recipients of this challenge funding are with us to help pack out the audience here just now. So I hope once you've been identified by Steve, you will acknowledge the facts, either by standing and waving to the crowd or in some other way. So I'm delighted now to be able to hand over to Steve to announce the winners of this challenge, and before I do, I can announce to you that we have launched on the CDE website the third and final challenge in this phase, which is for autonomy and big data. So those of you who've not yet looked on the CDE website to see what other opportunities there are, as soon as Steve has finished speaking, you can get out your phones and have a look and see if any of that might apply to you. So thank you for coming, for joining this, and all the support you've given to the Defence Growth Partnership. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a real privilege for myself to have taken up a position as Chief Executive of the Defence Solutions Centre. It's been a really exciting 6 months of my life, the like of which I've never had before professionally, to engage with so many people who've been so supportive in setting up this new venture. At its heart is innovation. We are an innovation cluster. So I'm absolutely delighted to be given the opportunity, supported by the Minister, to have crafted this innovation challenge and to engage so many people in our initial work. So briefly, what is the Defence Solutions Centre? I know that many actually may not fully understand it. We are a unique partnership. We're at the heart of the Defence Growth Partnership, and we are here to foster innovation across the whole UK economy through a collaborative approach. So we quite consciously engage with as many people as we can, not just the 16 DGP companies who are at the foundation of this, but actually we want to touch on hundreds and indeed ultimately thousands of organisations across the whole UK. And these together form what we call the UK value chain that are so vital to our future prosperity. So what are the specifics of this innovation challenge? What's it all about? What's new about it? First of all, it was a £10 million investment by the MOD, and we've recognised, given how scarce resources are, this was actually a major commitment by them. So again, thank you to the MOD for supporting us in this initial venture. We consciously have addressed what we see as key UK future needs. This is MOD money, so it's got to meet UK needs. But at the same time, I want to highlight the two X's that are on this diagram: exportability and exploitation. And there's no reason why, just as with other parts of defence, that defence research and development itself can't be a contributor to exports and to export growth. And already this week at this conference, I've engaged with a couple of overseas delegations who are really interested in the areas that we're working in. And so I see scope in the future for collaborative development work with overseas nations. This is a fully open competition, and it's been run in accordance with the SBRI principles. SBRI is something I personally cherish. I have in my past existence won business through SBRI myself. And so this is a really good way to engage a wide number of potential suppliers with an open competition of ideas. And Philip stole my thunder in that actually there is the next challenge just about to go live, and I think we've just gone live, so there will be further ones to come. So the challenges themselves. There are the two challenges that we've set out here. Firstly is around persistent surveillance from the air. And the challenge here is to develop capabilities in terms of sensors and communications that are deployable on ultra-low size, weight and power platforms. And in particular, we're thinking of long endurance, high altitude UAVs, medium altitude UAVs, but also flexible podding arrangements for the future so that these can actually be deployed on a wide range of platforms. The second challenge was around agile immersive training. Now, training is a UK strength, and indeed through the DGP's initial work, we've identified operational training using synthetic technologies being a key opportunity for export growth for the future. And in this challenge, we've actually identified two particular aspects of that where we think we can actually further enhance our offering. And those are highlighted here in terms of in-action, personalised review of training performance, and also getting better at a seamless transition between live and synthetic training. So those are the challenges. Now, who are the winners? A few stats first. I think it might be interesting to see where the winners are, and also the proportion of the winners between SMEs, large companies, and also academia. So we've had quite a good geographic spread across the UK in terms of the locations, and also in terms of the range of companies that have come in. We've had over 230 expressions of interest and more than 100 proposals to go through. So my guys, and indeed our partners in DSTL, were extremely busy through August going through the assessment criteria. I should also say, lest anybody is concerned, there were also independent assessors. So this is a very robust process, and only the really best proposals have come through. The quality of the proposals was really, really good. So there's some really imaginative and exciting ideas in there. So finally, who are the winners? So I'm going to read them through as well, and at the Minister's suggestion, I'm actually going to ask if the representatives are in the room to actually stand up and so they identify themselves. So the first one is Muirtex Limited in Lincoln. Newman and Spur Consultancy Limited, Camberley. Qinetiq Group, Farnborough. Transmedia Storyteller. BMT Defence Services, Fareham. Oh, close on that. CA UK Limited. Inspire Limited. Minerva Simulation, Malvern. Alright. Plextech Limited. Glyndor Innovations Limited. It's a long way. It's been St. Asaph, the Ben Bishop. University of Birmingham. Amethyst Research Limited, Glasgow. University of Sheffield. Chemring Technology Solutions. Selex Limited. And the University of Strathclyde. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done to the winners, and we look forward to working with you over the next few months to really take this project forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Can I just ask Steve Wadey now just to sum up and make some closing remarks, and just so I don't pop back up like a jack-in-the-box once Steve has concluded, for all those companies that are here, can you please come forward at the end, because we want to do a photo opportunity with the team here at the front. So please, once we conclude, would you just make your way up to the front? Thank you very much. Steve.
Well, thank you, Minister. Thank you, Steve, for joining us, and thank you to everyone for being here this afternoon. The Defence Growth Partnership is an exciting journey. It's about change and it's about innovation. We set out an implementation plan and we've delivered it. We are now customer ready, and to deliver the results, we want to engage with you as customers and engage with you in the value chain to innovate and create more value. As Simon said, we haven't got any time for questions. We're going to go straight to protocol, but all of the senior DGP leadership team are here and we'll stay at the front, and if you want to come and talk to us straight after, please come and engage. Thank you.